This video was created specifically for newcomers to Blender who are unsure of how to begin and what topics to focus on. After watching this video, definitely you will have a better understanding of how to start your own Blender journey. When I first started learning Blender, I didn't have anyone to guide me. Based on my experience, I will share my tips how to start your Blender journey. In one of my video comments, a viewer who was a beginner in Blender, he asked me some tips. In response, I decided to create a video on how to start your Blender journey and which topics to prioritize. The initial step in learning Blender is to understand 3D modeling. When starting to model, avoid complex objects like car or bikes, something like that. Start with simpler ones like chair, tables, bottles and cups. It is common to have the urge to model larger objects like cars or bikes. But it is advisable to begin with smaller objects to avoid making mistakes due to lack of full knowledge of 3D modeling. Making too many mistakes can be demotivating and may lead to quitting Blender. Don't think I'm saying as a negative, I'm talking in reality. So it is important to start small and gradually progress to more complex models. Begin by creating small models such as chairs and tables. When modeling a chair, it is crucial to use reference images. You can easily find images on Google's including top view, side view and close-up shots. These images will help you to add more detail to your objects. The next step is to unwrap UVs after applying texture map. You may encounter some UV unwrap issue, so it is best to do the UV unwrapping of your object before applying texture. For example, in these two images, the first one is texture applied without UV unwrap. The second one is also texture is applied but with UV unwrap. You can easily spot the difference. I have already created a video explaining UV unwrap thoroughly and the link is provided in the description. The third point to consider is the shader editor. As mentioned earlier, regarding textures, there are two methods to create materials of our object. The first and simpler way is using texture maps. There are two websites where you can download free textures, Ambient CG and Polyhaven. You will find numerous free textures in various resolutions that you can then add to your objects. The alternative method is using the shader editor. By utilizing shader nodes, you can generate your own unique material. For example, I have personally created a procedural wooden material using a shader editor that you are seeing now. After seeing this, never ever think learning the shader nodes is so much difficult. I recommend starting by learning about commonly used nodes like RGB curves, hue saturation value, noise texture and bump nodes. There are some of the nodes that are often used. Start by learning these nodes before deeper into the shader editor. I have seen many Blender tutorials. In all those tutorials, they never said this. After modeling and applying materials to your object, you can save it to your asset browser. By doing this, you can easily drag and place any object you desire into your scene. Once you are skilled in 3D modeling, you may want to create an impressive interior scene, which will require items such as chairs, tables, bookshelves, and water bottles. It would be beneficial to model and save these items in your asset browser. By doing this, you can quickly access and use your 3D models when designing interior scenes and saving your time. Essentially, practicing on small 3D models can be beneficial for future interior design products. I have already created a video tutorial explaining how to add your 3D models to your asset browser. The link to the video can be found in the description for you to watch. After watching this video, just set a goal. Per day, I should model 5 3D small objects. Watching this video, you can be a college student or working in a job, right? So you know when you have a free time. So in that free time, you should model a small object. You can model 5 or 8 or 10 based on your free time. After modeling those objects, UV unwrap it properly, then apply texture and finally add it to your asset browser. For example, like I said, per day 5 small 3D models. In a month, you can easily calculate. At the end of the month, you will have 150 small objects. Think about it. It is so big, right? After that, you can create your own interior scene. You can just click and drag and place it your small object in your interior scene and finally just add a light setup and render those images. And talking about lightning is so much important in Blender. We will take a selfie. Definitely what we will do, we will see about the lightning, right? If the lightning is not good, we will wait or we will go to another place. Likewise, the lighting is so much important thing. In upcoming my videos, I have a plan to upload a hot surface modeling and shader editor notes also. And if any one of you need a beginner tutorial from scratch to how to model a small object, if any one of you need, just let me know in the comments. I will create it for you. I hope I have shared everything I learned from my journey in Blender with you on how to start your own journey. If you follow my instructions, you will definitely gain a good amount of experience in 3D modeling within a few months. Finally, if you are new here, don't forget to subscribe to my channel to learn more about Blender. And if you think my video is help you, give a like. Your support means a lot to me.